Today I am going to do the third chapter in the political science, that is state government. State government, in this lesson we are going to study about the nature of the state legislature, the legislative assembly, that is Vidhana Sabha, legislative council, that is Vidhana Parishad, their membership and the functions. The state government follows the model of the central government, and thus they have legislature, executive and judiciary. Okay, and the state government has the power to make the law on the subjects under the state list. That means they have the power to make a law on the communication, public health, animal husbandry, agriculture, agriculture, etc. So like this, the state government has the power to make the law on the subject which come under the state list. Okay, and to make the laws we need a body empowered. That means they have the power to make the law, and this body of power to make the law is called as a legislature. So legislature means the law making body. Okay, and our state legislature is composed of governor and the two houses. What is the two houses? Legislative assembly, which is also known as a Vidhana Sabha, and that is lower house, and the legislative council, that is Vidhana Parishad, and which is also known as a upper house. So legislative assembly is lower house, that is Vidhana Sabha, legislative council, that is Vidhana Parishad, which is the upper house. Okay, so this legislative assembly is also called as the House of Representatives. That means these members of the Vidhana Sabha are elected by the people, and this Vidhana Parishad, that is legislative council, which is also called as the upper house. This house composed, that means it consists of members who are being elected from the various field. Okay, so as I told, to make the law we need a body empowered to make the empower to make them. Okay, so this is called as legislature. So in some state the legislature that consists of two houses, that is Vidhana Sabha and Vidhana Parishad. So in our state we have legislative assembly and also legislative council. Okay, so in some state they have only one house, that is only one legislative house, that is Vidhana Sabha. Okay, so a house which consists of an assembly which consists of only one house is called as unicameral, and the legislature which consists of both the house, that is legislative assembly and legislative council, it is called as a bicameral. Now let us know about Vidhana Sabha, which is also called as a legislative assembly. As I told, the Vidhana Sabha, the members of this house are elected by the people. So it is a house of representatives. And the members of this legislative assembly are called as MLAs. Okay, MLAs means members of legislative assembly. Okay, and the Vidhana Sabha in Karnataka has 225 members. And 225 members, out of that 224 are elected by the people of Karnataka, and one member is elected by the governor. Okay, whereas one Anglo member is elected by the governor. Okay, and as I told, our state legislative assembly consists of 225 members. Okay, but all the states do not have the same number of MLAs. Okay, and the number of MLAs depend upon the constituency in the state. For example, Rajasthan, as we tell that it is the largest state in India, but in term is largest state of India in terms, but it has it is sparsely populated, so it has only 200 members in the assembly. And Goa, as you all know, it is one of the smallest state of India, and it has only the 40 MLAs. Okay, so that's why the government has set up the constitution has set up the number. So it says that the maximum should be 500 and the minimum should be 40. So now let us know the qualification required to become the member of the Legislative Assembly. Firstly, to become the member of the Legislative Assembly, he should be the citizen of India and he should have completed 25 years of age and should not be employed in any government office and should not be unsound, that means mentally ill, and should not be an insolvent, that means a state of financial distress. Okay, so these are the qualifications. If an individual has to become the member of the legislature, these are the qualifications that he has to possess. Okay, and these members of the legislative assembly are elected for 5 years. However, sometimes in the case of emergency or if the members lose their confidence in the house, they lose their power. That means the government can be dissolved for before 5 years. At the time of emergency, the state will be under the president rule. Okay, and the members of the legislative assembly, they elect one among themselves as a speaker and the deputy speaker. And the speaker and the deputy speaker, they conduct the proceeding of the house. And what are the other powers of these speaker and deputy speaker is that they have to maintain the peace, dignity of the house, summon and postpone the meetings, and also safeguard the rights of the members, and also cast their vote whenever they receive the equal number of vote supporting or opposing them. Okay, this is the function of the speaker and the deputy speaker. They are supposed to conduct the proceedings and they have to see that the meetings goes on smoothly, and they also have to safeguard the rights of the members. Okay, that's about the powers of the speaker and the deputy speaker. Now let us see about the powers and functions of the legislative assembly. What are the powers and the functions of the members of the legislative assembly, that is your MLA. Okay, first power, that is the legislative power. As the name itself says, a legislature, law making body. So legislature makes the law. Okay, so first power of the legislative assembly is a legislative power. Okay, the legislative assembly has the power to make the laws related to the subject mentioned in the state list. As I told earlier, that is they have the central list, the state list and the concurrent list. There are some subject under the state list, that is your communication, public health, hospitals, etc. So the state government has the power to make related on this subject. Okay, and the bill, whatever that has been discussed, that means whatever has been passed in the house, it has to be discussed in both the house, that is both in the legislative assembly and the legislative council. Okay, after the approval of both the houses, it will be sent to the governor for his approval. Then after his approval, it becomes a law. So that is the legislative power. So the members of the legislative assembly have the legislative power. That means they have the power to make the law. Whatever the law, that means bill that they have introduced here, it has to be discussed. Okay, both the house. After the consent of both the house, it will go to the governor for his consent, and after his signature, it becomes a law. That is about the legislative power. Okay, what is that bill? Okay, actually there are two types of bill, that is ordinary bill and money bill. What is this ordinary bill? Ordinary bill is that which deals with the day-to-day functioning of the government, and money bill means the bill that deals with the finance. Okay, there are two types of bill, money bill and the ordinary bill. Ordinary bill related to the day-to-day functioning of the government, and finance bill, that is the bill that deals with the finance. The second power of the legislative assembly is financial power. Okay, that is the financial power of any other bill, it has to be introduced in any of the house, but financial bill has to be introduced in only in the legislative assembly. Okay, so here again the discussion will be held in both the houses, and after the consent of both the houses, it will be sent to the governor, and after the signature, it becomes it will be implemented.